The title of your notes today are 5-4 special parallelograms and 1 non-parallelogram. You're going to need 1 marker, and setting up your notes, you need to be really specific here. You're going to draw a line here that's about 1.5 inches over. You're going to reserve 8 lines, 9 lines, 8 lines, and then whatever's left over will be for the last person. Now, if you're watching this video, then you've been assigned the square. The square will be going on the 3rd row. Please make sure you're writing right there. So let's write out some special characteristics of a square. You're going to need to draw this diagram and write the name square. And we're going to go through some of the characteristics that make a square, and then we're going to add some new characteristics. So let's start off with this. First, a square has 4 sides. That's pretty obvious. It says opposite sides are parallel. That's not shown on here, so we're going to add that to our diagram. So opposite sides are parallel. It says opposite sides are congruent. That's shown right here. It says opposite angles are congruent. I can see that because the opposite angles are right angles. The diagonals bisect each other. That's not drawn in. So I'm going to draw in 1 diagonal and 2 diagonals, and they bisect each other. And the last but not least, the same side interior angles are supplementary, and that's easy to see. They're both 90 degrees. They add up to 180. Now the new parts that we're going to be adding in, this is where you're going to need your marker. So let's see, what are the special things that makes a square square on top of those characteristics of a parallelogram? Well, for one, all the sides are congruent, and that's something we already knew. So all the sides are congruent. And the second criteria we have is that all the angles are 90 degrees. So this is kind of an additional requirement that's added onto here. So let's go ahead and make sure those are in our picture. All of the sides are congruent. Yes, that's shown. And all of the angles are 90 degrees. Great. Okay, so now what I'd like you to do is take this information back to your group.